Okay, welcome back to part 11. Hopefully by the end of this video we should be ready to test fire it and see what it's going to look like with the fans and everything. But so far I've got the cable management, or at least started it on this side. I got the front panel cables all ran in the back there, as well as the front fans are all wired in. I'm going to spin it around to the front here. I already got the fans in there and front panels on it, and I couldn't resist but to use the NZXT Century fan controller. It's just such a nice fan controller. I thought it would really look nice in this build and give us the control we want on these fans, so decided to include it. Okay, on this side you can see all of our spaghetti mess. That's why we wanted to run all the cables on this back side, because I knew there was going to be a lot of them considering the drives we're going to put in, the fan controller, everything else that we're wiring into it. So it's quite a bit different than what you see on the other side, but shouldn't be too much of a challenge. We'll get this wrapped up. But one other thing I want to do before I start doing all my final wiring is when I got my last order in, I ordered one of these sleeved LED kits. I think I'd mentioned that in one of the previous videos. I wanted to give this a try, so we could try lighting up the other side of the case, so at night we'll be able to see the motherboard and video cards and stuff. So I'm going to try to figure out how we're going to wrap that in there and get the cables run for that, and then we'll work on doing some final wiring back here and try to get the cable management done. Okay, we have the LED strip in, and it actually worked out pretty well. Was able to pretty much hide it, other than I think there was one light back here that I don't, yeah, right where my finger is here. I don't know how that's going to look. We could always try to put some electrical tape or something over this one LED if it looks kind of funny when they're done. Otherwise it all tucked in good, other than this one little loop right here. Can't really see it though, and I'm sure when the side cover's on there we won't be able to see it. And the same thing up here in this corner. There's just a hair of it showing, but pretty happy with that. So we're going to spin it around and start working on that other side. Okay, I've gone through the initial startup. Pretty much got the cables all bundled. We're not going to be too fancy back here because we're going to add extra drives and stuff in the future, and we're not going to see this side. So I just kind of bundled everything up to get some good airflow in the back. I'm basically going to run all the exhaust fans on low, and then regulate the amount of air flowing through the intake fans. Did a fan check. All of our fans are working. Gonna spin it around the other side and check the pump and stuff out. Okay, everything looks pretty good on this side. I still got to put my crossfire bridge in. I realize I left that out when I put everything together, and so far about the only thing I can hear running is literally the pump for the Cooler 920. The fans are all in low mode, and they're actually pretty silent considering the amount of fans we have in here. But I think we're ready to put the side covers on and hook this up on the desk and start installing the software for the cooler and see what our temperatures are doing.